And our hope for you is firm, because we know that just as you share in our sufferings, so also you share in our comfort. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 1, verse 7. And in the previous verses, Paul, Shorty, as he is known, I believe it's Latin. I said Greek the other day. It's Latin. So Shorty here is saying about comfort. And the comfort that he's received, the comfort he's received from God, that we receive from God, and the comfort that is passed on to the Corinthians in the Corinthian church. And now he says, our hope for you is firm, because we know that just as you share in our sufferings, so also you share in our comfort. Share in our sufferings. Partly, he may be saying that just as you are distressed when you hear about the sufferings we, Paul and Timothy, are going through, that you suffer along with us. But also he's saying the same things that happen to us are happening to you. The same things happen to each of us. The world is a mess. Number one, the world is broken. The world has been broken ever since Adam and Eve ate the fruit that was forbidden. It's been broken ever since. Terribly broken. All creation groans because it is so broken. And because of that, we suffer. In addition, we're in a spiritual war. Satan and his minions want to destroy us. They attacked Jesus. Don't be surprised they attack you. Peter says, don't be surprised at the fiery trial that you're going through. This is the normal life for a Christian. And not only that, Paul said in a lesson we put up recently that all they that will live godly in Christ Jesus shall suffer persecution. All. So there is all kinds of suffering that we are under. But Paul, in referring to this church that he had worked with God to establish in Corinth, he says, our hope, me and Timothy and whoever else is with them, our hope for you is firm, because we know that just as you share in our sufferings, you're going through the same bad stuff. I'm in Louisiana. I can't use the words that us Germans would use to accurately describe it. Because we know that you're going through the same stuff we're going through, so also you share in our comfort. Now, what is hope? We have this English word hope, and it's changed in meaning to where when we say we hope, we really mean casually wish. I hope that my pipes won't freeze. You know, it's going down to 19 degrees and you didn't drip the water, and yeah, your pipes probably froze and you probably popped a connection. And when it thaws, that water will start to flow. Well, it's okay now. Yeah, it's because it's full of ice. Trust me, wait. Give it till Saturday morning when it gets warm. All right, so we hope. But the Bible term hope, these three things endure, faith, hope, and love, I'm not talking about wishful thinking. It's talking about the assurance, being assured, being certain that what we expected that is good will in fact happen. When I was growing up, the church always ended one particular service that happened every month with a song that talked about that hope through all things will get us through. And what hope? It didn't make a lot of sense. Okay, hope will get us through. Fine. Wishful thinking will get us through. And then I was at a church of another denomination out in Ohio, decades later. And they had all 6 verses. Well, we only sang verse 1 and verse 4 out of 4. There's 6 verses. And verse 5, right before what we called 4, which was actually 6, talked about what hope it was. All about the promises of God that are absolutely sure and solid and steadfast. And that hope. Oh, yeah. There we go. We sing the song that ends, and hope to meet again. And then it goes on and says, that hope. And talks about knowing that there's a resurrection. All right. We will get into the resurrection in a few more lessons. But right now, hope is a solid, absolute, Gibraltar solid assurance that God's going to do the right thing. There are things that we know will happen. Just we have to wait till we get there. And that's hope. And our hope for you is firm. Hope itself is a solid enough word in the Greek, and here he says it's firm hope. We know that God's going to get you through this. Yeah, you're having a lot of trouble with the church, Corinth, but you're going to get through this. God, not because you're so strong, God's going to get you through this. Because we know that just as you share in the sufferings that are inherent in the life of Christ, so also you share in the comfort, the strengthening that comes from God when we are in Christ Jesus. And for that reason, I have hope for you. I have hope for you. I have solid assurance God's going to bring you through this. And that is where we stand.